Yay. Hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here with you. We are live. Let me go ahead and get ready. Here we go. Wow. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am so excited to be here with you today. You know that every Wednesday, this time, we have a session on women's economic empowerment. This is a series. Every week, we have a different topic. This is not just for women. This is for anybody who wants to learn and anybody who believes that everyone should be included in the world's plan, that women like men are needed to collaborate in order to have a world that's sustainable for all. My job is to make you understand that women are just as important as men in any aspect of whatever is going on in the world. That is my job. My job is Virginia. My name is Virginia Rivera. I come to you from a tiny little island in the Caribbean called Puerto, Rico. And I have to tell you that this is probably one of my favorite times of the entire week because I know that you are there and that you're coming in with a blank canvas to learn, to absorb, just like I am. I learn from you like you learn from me. Today's topic is probably the reason why I exist now. It's female entrepreneurship. This is what I do. I am a certified business consultant, mentor, and business coach. Every day, I sit with a woman across from my table who's telling me her great idea and how we are going to carry it out and make it into a successful business. The thing is that many times we think that it's so complicated that we won't do it, that we're not good enough, that we don't know enough. This is what I'm going to give you today. I'm going to give you 8 easy steps that need to happen in order for you to start a business and grow a business. We're not going to learn it all today. We are going to see what it entails. You're going to realize that you can start a side hustle at any time. Welcome to IIU, International Internship University. I am so proud to be an e-educator in this amazing platform, the largest e-learning platform in the world. We are present in 195 countries. We are an amazing brand with amazing people running it. We are people just like you, inspired by the vision of our founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, who wanted to make sure that every person, no matter what their circumstances are, have access to quality education. As soon as I heard about this proposition, I said, I need to be there. I need to be part of this. And that is why I'm sitting here with you today. If you're interested and you want to be part of this, please look at our social media platforms, join us. You can be either a mentor, a teacher, or you can be a member. You can access tens of thousands of sessions that we have just for you in all topics, taught by the most amazing professionals that are actually doing the work today, that are up to date in anything that has happened. I have to tell you that I can't tell you enough how important it is to realize that if you have any type of device and fingertips or anything that you can use to play, you can actually learn. And at any time, this session will later go to our YouTube channel and you can go and look at it there. You can review it there. So please recognize that IIU is your partner, that we are beyond degrees. What we want to make sure is that you have the skill set to enter the 21st century workforce. And that is why I exist. And that is why IIU is here for you. So thank you, Mr. Piyush Pandit, for creating this amazing platform that every year gets better and better. And what we have in store in 2024 is amazing. So stay tuned. So let's go back to our topic. Our topic is one that the World Bank says that if women were given the opportunities and the tools to undertake a business, just like we are given men, our global economy would grow 26% immediately. Immediately. I'm not talking about in a year, no, immediately. And that's so important. So if you're sitting there and you're a man, you're going to learn because what we're going to cover today is elemental. It's why you should have a business, even if you have a job. This is just a way to retain your financial autonomy. Women, you're listening to me. I want you to know 67% of the women around the world do not have financial autonomy. I am sure the numbers are even greater, but these are just the people that are registered or that are voting or that exist in some type of data. But the truth is that is more than half of us. We're living under the poverty level. We depend on somebody else in order to live. And you will say, well, that's the way the system is. Well, that is the way the patriarchal system works. A man takes care of everything and you just nurture and take care of the home. The truth is that the majority of us do not live in that situation and that we all need 2 incomes, 3 incomes, 4 incomes in our household. I want to tell you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So pay close attention. This is very simple today. It's not a long session, very simple. So you can imagine yourself really creating an opportunity for you and your family to really attain what I say is what you need the most, financial autonomy. Not financially independent, it's great, or financial freedom, it's wonderful. What I want you to do is I want you to be able to pay for your bill. I want you to be able to go to sleep at night without worrying about it. So let's go ahead and start this presentation. So I'm going to go and I'm going to share my presentation. You know, and like I said, this is probably my favorite topic to talk about in the entire world. Female entrepreneurship, how to start and grow a business. And this is our Women's Economic Empowerment series. And let's go ahead and start. And IIU, you know, is our presenter, our sponsor. And then I also have Women, Mujer Emprende Latina, which is the organization that I co-founded that helps women attain business education so they can open their business. Free business education. That is what we do. We provide that, and we also provide seed capital. So if you speak Spanish and you're ready to undertake, please find us in online, Mujer Emprende Latina. We'll cover it again. And find us. And very soon we'll be offering the same curriculum online in English just for you. Okay, so why female entrepreneurship? Like I said before, the World Bank establishes that by the studies, not because they wanted to invent it, that if women were given the tool and the opportunity to undertake a business, as easy as they do for men, our global economy would grow 26%. That's amazing. So let's all put our thinking caps today. And if you have a sister, if you have a cousin, if you have a mother, if you have a best friend, if you have a wife, a girlfriend, and they don't have their business, you should probably say, why don't you have a business? Virginia says it again, and anybody should have a business. So let's talk about this. So women have unique perspectives and strengths that can drive innovation and success in entrepreneurship. Why do I say this? Well, because we have been given the role of the caretaker and the nurturer and the one that manages the household. Managing the household doesn't mean that you will stay inside the house. Managing the household is that you will take care of all things of running the house, the family, the budget. You start to see needs. You start as a woman to see, oh, if I could have a mop that rings itself, that would be great. If I could have a duster that is small enough to really be light so I can reach the ceiling. If I could have a fryer that also has wings so it doesn't fly all over the grease when I'm frying. These are things that we do every day and things that come up and you're like, wow, why isn't somebody doing this? Or I wish there was somebody that could come and take care of the kids while I go work out. Or I wish there was a service that provided only vegetarian, gluten-free. All these things are needs that you may have. You can also find solutions for it. And then you have perspectives for it because there's something that you do. You make population survive. Thanks to women, we are still a human race because we continue to have children and we care for those. Can men be caretakers? Oh my God, yes. Men should be caretakers. Men should be the nurturers, staying at the home. I think they also have incredible talent, natural instincts to do that. But we've divided society. women do this and men do this. Now I'm going to say we should all do this so we can all survive. And most importantly, we can all thrive, right? That is what we're looking for. By starting your own business, you can achieve financial independence and autonomy and create a positive impact in your community. So it's been proven that when we invest in women, and these are studies that show that when you invest in women, and that's in their education, that is in the power and access to resources, that is in mentorship. When we invest in women, communities prosper. When communities prosper, countries prosper. And when countries are prosperous, we have a prosperous world. So you know what? This is not about changing a system that you like because men are here and women are here. No. This is changing a system that brings us to be equal so we can all thrive. So men don't feel that they have all this pressure. And so women don't feel so alienated about things that they should be doing anyway because they already do it in their household. Women are the CEOs of the home. They can actually be CEOs anywhere. So the first thing we're going to do, if you want to start a business but you don't know what to do, or you already have an idea, we want to identify our passion. What is it that I would do even if nobody paid me for it? If nobody paid me money, what would I spend my time doing because I love it? That is your passion. So let's identify that, right? The first step in starting a business is identifying your passion. I love to sing. I love to cook. I love to draw. You can't pay me enough for me. I mean, you can't make me stop. This is what you have to say. From making dresses, sewing, because it's fun. Or I just love starting businesses. You can be a startup coach or a startup consultant. So think about, I love teaching. God, it's so good. If you're a teacher, you can do anything. Let me tell you something. If you are a teacher, you can do. So what are you deeply interested in? And I want you to really think about this. What do I really love to do? And what skills and knowledge do I possess today? So this is a great exercise that I love to recommend is just write down what everybody says that you do well. Write it down. My mom says that I cook. My husband says that I'm really good at giving massages. My kids say that I have a great voice. Just write everything down. And now think about the things that really move. What are the things that you would do, like I said, when nobody pays you, when you haven't slept, when you haven't eaten because you love to do it? That identifies with that. What comes naturally to you? What have I learned in the jobs that I've had? And let me tell you, being a stay-at-home mom is a CEO of a household. You have experience. So don't say, oh, I've never worked, so I don't have any experience. No, you have experience. So we take our passion. What is it that I love to do? And the next thing is, what am I deeply interested in? And what do I already possess? Am I good at math? Am I good at cooking? Am I good at, I've already been a cashier. I've worked in a supermarket and I already know that. Or I've worked as an engineer, whatever it is, you need to really know what that is so we can concoct and create a service or a product that you can provide to resolve a need that is out there. Because what we do as entrepreneurs, we resolve needs. We find solutions. And that is why women are so important, because we usually identify the need and we also have an idea as to how we want to solve it. So this is exactly in your wheelbarrow. Once you have that, then you have to really develop that business idea. Okay, so you already know that right now, where you live, electricity is an issue, right? That means that it's not constant. And you've come up with this great idea, which is a tiny little battery that will make sure that your refrigerator and a fan and an electric battery light can be charged there. 3 little things, tiny little battery. This battery is going to be as light as a tote bag, as a bag, because normally these are very heavy bags. And if a mom or a woman has a kid and something else, she may not be able to carry that. But if you make it very, very light using nanotechnology, right now, something that's very, very small, and you make a tiny little battery that's very potent, you can probably solve so many issues around the world, right? So think about that idea. What is your idea? Or you live in a neighborhood where People are too busy and you want to stay home because you have 3 kids. You're not going to do anything. You're going to actually cook. So you're going to keep your kids in school, or you're going to have somebody come and help them, and you're going to cook for all your neighbors, and you're going to deliver it. So you're going to solve their problems of eating a healthy, homemade meal with a skill that you have. That you're still going to have to cook for your family. So now you're going to cook for 20 instead of just your family. You see where I'm going? It's like you see a solution for a problem that people may have, and then you think about it. You develop this idea. So once you have identified your possible idea and your passion, it's time to develop the business idea. What problem am I solving? I think that is the key, the most important problem, and that you need to like answer. What problem am I really solving? Who is my target audience? Who are the people that I'm making this? Is this for kids? Remember that when we sell to kids, we're really selling to who? Parents. Because kids don't have access to funds to buy things. But they may want to see something and say, I want this, I want this, I want this. But remember, who is your true audience? And as we go further, we're going to have an entrepreneurship training program here at IIU. It starts now in February. I will be sharing the date next week, so you know exactly when to register. And I want you to be there. And it's going to be very much in depth. Everything that we talk about today, we're going to do it in depth. We're going to be there and we're going to really understand the concept. So you can start a business or a side hustle. A side hustle is something that you do while you still have your main job, right? Also, what is unique about your proposition? So everybody's cooking in your neighborhood. What will make your cooking different? Why would people want to buy from you? This is what we have to think about. Now we're going to craft our business plan. And the business plan is really, really important because this is where other people, like your investors, like people that you want to partner, or just getting grants and help, they want to know what your business is about. They want to know if you really thought about this. They want to know if you have access to funding. They want to know if you have access to marketing. They want to know, well, how do you plan to get people to the door? How do you plan to run the space? Who are the people that you're going to bring to help you run this, or you're going to do it by yourself? They want to know all this. And this is all crafted in a very strong business plan. Business plans should not be 80 pages, although they could be 100 pages. But I would say, let's start with something called the Canvas model. The Canvas model is a one-pager where you literally empty out everything that's in your brain and you just write it down. It's called a Canvas model, a Canvas business model. I did not include it. I don't want to confuse you, but I want you to know that it exists and it's out there. And you can find it online. Canvas business model, right? So I think one of the most important things that is your aha moment in a business plan is the SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis is going to help you identify what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are the opportunities, and what are the threats to this business idea. And that is so important. So a strong business plan is essential for any success. So somebody says you can just start without a plan. You can actually start, but you're going to have to get a plan. You're going to have to meet, eventually you have to get a plan because you're going to want access to other people. You're going to have an order in the way you deliver your products and your services. All this requires a plan. So you're going to outline your business goals, your strategies, and your financial projections. So financial projections is where normally people stop. They don't know how to really imagine how much they will sell. But there's a science to this. So I want you to know that we will teach you how to do that. How do you project? So you go to, I'm going to open a business store, or I'm going to do something online, or I'm just going to target my neighborhood. There are numbers there. You know how many people live there, or you do a study, you do investigations. You need to do the research. And this is where everything goes into this business plan. You identify potential challenges and you develop the contingency plans to do this. That is why a business plan is so, so important. And the financial projections, anybody who's going to be invested wants to know how much money they're going to make. Accessing to funding and research. I'm going to be really honest. Access to funding for women is still very, very low. And let me give you a staggering statistic. Only 6% of the money available for funding goes to women. The other 94% goes to men. I want you to think of that. Now I want you to think about something else. Women pay better than men. I didn't make that up. That is actually true. Women pay better than men. The data shows that women are better at paying loans than men are. But we don't get the loans. And not only that, we usually have to come with a brother, a husband, a father, in many countries still. So, we need to make sure that we're advocating to give women the freedom to go ahead and have access to funding on their own, because not everybody's married and not everybody wants to go bother her brother. She can actually do it herself. She's a grown woman, right? So I know tradition is important. There's so many beautiful things about tradition. Can we do things in traditions that actually help women? Would that be okay? Is that a way to think? We can actually do a lot of things if we all collaborate. So I'm just hoping that this really inspires you a little bit to realize that in order for us to have financial autonomy, it's not different. It's not only for some people or for rich people or for people that belong to the world. This is for anybody. And usually entrepreneurship is the vehicle to do that. So what I'm telling you today is that it's not hard. It is simple. You just need to get to work. That's all. And these simple steps that I'm giving you, that I'm talking to you about, I just want you to be cognizant and say, I can do this. I can take this course that IIU is going to be giving in a few weeks. And I can start a business, maybe something small. Maybe you can start putting away, 20,000 rupees a month, 300 pounds, $500 just a month. Put it away, right? In a bank or wherever you want to keep your money, which should be in the banking system. So you can be formal and you can actually get loans in the future and your business can continue to grow. But the truth is that we all need access to funding and resources. And resources is mentoring. Let me tell you, we don't only need male mentors. We have incredible female mentors. But a female could have a male mentor. If it's an issue, get a brother to go with you, right? But the most important thing is that you realize that the resources there. It's how we access them. Number one, funding is often a challenge for entrepreneurs that are women. Number two, explore various funding options, such as all grants, loans, and crowdfunding. So we know that loans exist. We know that grants exist. And grants is money that you'll be getting from, it could be a company, it could be the government, a group of people that want to give a grant in order for you or your organization or your company to carry out something, to do your business, right? And that does not have to be repaid, but usually grants do have compliance. You have to do this in order to do this. Loans, you just need good credit to show that you can actually repay the loan. That's very important. And crowdfunding. Crowdfunding are the Kickstarters of the world, the GoFundMe pages. And that's really great because now you can get money from a community that believes in your project. Leverage resources and support networks, such as business incubators and mentorship programs. So my organization is a business incubator. We help them for 14 weeks to identify their passion, to develop their business plan with a canvas model, to really have an idea. They learn about marketing plans and they learn about operations, they learn about everything. And then we take it into another program, which is called the incubating program, right? And for us, it's called Incubame. And the incubator, as an organization, we bring you in and we help you incubate that idea. You separate from the world and you start giving it a life. You create a prototype, which is your minimum viable product, right? You create a prototype and then we look at it and we see this is what I wanted. And then you start fixing it. And then you realize, okay, how much is it going to cost? How much am I going to sell it for? All these things happen in an incubator. And you can be part of a startup incubator. It is a beautiful thing. And I think that very soon in IIU, we will be going through the germinating of an entrepreneurship program and then the incubation part. So stay tuned. Entrepreneurship is here to stay. It's always been here. Professor Nada from Croatia always had this. It's close to my heart. We've also have guests like Mike Lidman from the United States that also talks about entrepreneurship. And I think again and again, we bring it up and we talk about it because it's a great vehicle to attain financial autonomy. Marketing and branding strategy. You need to stand out. You are a brand. Let me explain something. Let's start thinking that we are a brand. Just like Coca-Cola is a brand, Virginia Rivera is a brand. Piyush Pandit is a brand. Piyush Pandit has all these other businesses. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's a social rainmaker, right? He has social initiatives, a lot of them, and he has a lot of businesses. But he's still Piyush Pandit. And the reason why we go to his social initiatives and we support them, or the reason why we buy or we support his businesses is because we know him. He has worked his personal brand. So your product has a brand, is a brand, and you are part of that brand. So you need to remember that. And marketing is how do we bring people to the door? How do we create those transactions? How are we going to get our message out there? The brand is one thing. Brand is a tangible and intangible mix of things that create a brand. If you listen to a song, and a particular brand uses that in their commercials, you think of the brand. If you see a huge M, yellow, you think of McDonald's, right? If you see a siren, you think of Starbucks. You already associate brand. So this is so key for you to differentiate yourself from other people. You may have a lot of other people that cook. Nobody has the brand like you have. So this involves not only logos and typography, it involves the intangibles. What does the voice sound like? When you close your eyes, what does this brand sound like, right? So marketing and branding strategies are so important. Effective marketing and branding are crucial for attracting the customers that you want and building a strong brand presence. Develop a marketing plan, including the online and the offline strategies. Not only online, we need to make sure that we also have traditional, right? Because people are going to see us in different places. And not everybody has a computer. Not everybody is on Facebook. So we need to make sure that we are addressing everyone. And we need to build a compelling brand identity that resonates with the audience that we're talking to. And this is when I say the intangible. What is it that your brand brings that makes me believe in your value? That makes me say, wow, I want to buy that. I want to support that. That is the importance of marketing and branding strategies. And we'll talk so much more about that. I think that probably the most important thing, and I've said this before, your network is so much more important than your net worth. You can have money in the bank today and lose it. Not too long ago, I was in a business event that needed to be paid. And unfortunately, the person that was in charge of the business had the money in hand and lost it. Lost it. The money was lost, was never recuperated. We can't remember if we took it out of a bag, if we left it in a cab, if somebody took their hand and put it in there and took it away. The money was lost. But we had a network of people that we knew. So because we had these relationships, we were able to carry on with the event. They trusted us. They knew who we were. So that is why you really need to build a strong business network. People that know you and can actually resolve for you, that are there. Money in the bank can go at any time. And your friends, your contacts, the data that you have of people that support you, that are in business with you, that have done business with you. So building this, and then also mentors, you see somebody is doing what you love to do, ask them, you mentor me. Don't make it difficult for them, but ask them. Networking is key to business success. Attend industry events, join professional organizations, and connect with like-minded entrepreneurs. Now more than ever, you can connect, even if you're at home. You have a computer and you have Wi-Fi. If you have a cell phone, a smartphone, and you have Wi-Fi, you can actually be part of so many online groups, build relationships, and seek mentorship. I'm a mentor to many people. I'm also a certified mentor, so I actually get paid, but the majority of mentors don't get paid. It's just an emotional bond. I've done this before. I want to help you. I mentor some people that pay me because they're looking for a particular mentorship, right? So think of that. And then once you're established, once you open, once you launch, then you have to think of how am I going to grow? If you want investors, if you want partners, these people want to know how you're going to grow. So how are you going to scale and grow this business? Scale is duplicate, amplify, grow. So how are you going to do that? As your business grows, it's important to have a plan for scaling. You need to plan like anything else. Explore expansion opportunities, such as entering new markets or introducing new products or services. So today you sell cake. Tomorrow you can sell gluten-free cakes, or you can sell cakes that are only chocolate, or you can sell cakes and donuts, or you can sell cakes, donuts, and cookies, and you continue to grow. How are you expanding? Continuously innovate and adapt to market dynamics. The key to good business is innovation. And innovation doesn't mean that you have to create this amazing robot. What it really means is that you are finding more solutions that are more adept for your customer. That your customer's like, wow, thank you for creating that. Oh, now I can pay through my card. That was an innovation that made everybody's life easier. I can order online and I can pay through my card, so there's never a cut. That was innovation. But a small business can also be innovative. What solutions can you continue providing for your customers? Think about that. Scale. If you have a great concept, you can actually franchise. You can sell the license. That's continuing to grow. You have one launch product, maybe you have a cleaner. Now think of other cleaners for other purposes, right? So also think in your business, maybe your main thing is cleaning, but now you can develop other categories. So not only do you do cleaning as a maid service or cleaning service, but now you also sell cleaning products and cleaning tools. So you see how that diversifies your main business. So this is how we can grow and scale. And I think that this is, if you don't work, okay, so overcoming challenge. As an entrepreneur, you're going to be the owner, you're the founder, you're the creator, and you're the mastermind, and you're also probably the most responsible one at the moment, right? So in order for you to overcome challenges, you have to have a mindset that things may not always go your way, but you need to always think that it's going to pass and that you're going to find a solution. Because entrepreneurship is not without its challenges. Learn how to overcome obstacles, stay resilient, and embrace failure as a learning opportunity. So you started your first business. It was great at the beginning. And then 60 people around you did the same thing. And you were not able to capitalize on what makes you different. You didn't realize it, or you know what? Your business, like Blockbuster Video existed maybe 20 years ago, 24 years ago. Great company. It grew everywhere. There were Blockbusters everywhere around the world. When we started moving into the digital technology and we were no longer just using VHS videos, they started selling DVDs. But then Netflix came in and they started sending you the DVDs home and streaming it. You could actually watch a movie straight from your TV without having to go someplace or receive something. Blockbuster never thought of evolving that idea. So once everybody was with the Netflix and the YouTubes and the Apple TV and all this from the world, Blockbuster ceased to exist because they did not move with the times. So you need to learn. And, you know, if I was the owner of Blockbuster, I would have learned from my mistake and I would have done something completely different, or continue with the Blockbuster name, which is a great name, right? But incorporate online. I don't know what happened, but they snoozed, they lose, and they lost everything. Surround yourself with a supportive community and seek advice when needed. So the people that say you're crazy, don't go to them for support. The people that say, I knew you're going to fail, please don't go to them for your support. Find people that, like you, are risk takers. Find people that, like you, have a positive outlook on life. Find people that, like you, believe that life is better. Find people that, like you, believe that we were meant to be here for a reason. You know, be supported. Don't find those that do not support you. And how do we overcome obstacles? Well, some of them will happen, but some of them we can actually anticipate. If you're a delivery servant and you use a car, anticipate what your plan is going to be if your car breaks down. Do you have somebody you call? Do you use a bicycle? Do you use a motorbike? What do you do? You can anticipate obstacles. Many times we don't do it. We don't go through the process, but we need to. Stay resilient is didn't work out. I tried this new dish. People hated it. I thought it was going to be a smack. Hated it. I spent maybe $200 making it. Learn from it. Write down, what did I do wrong? How can I perfect it? What a little survey. What didn't you like about the product? What would you suggest to do? Use it as a learning. In conclusion, help us. Help women, which are the majority of the population in the world, become entrepreneurs. Even if they have a job, even if they're mothers, even they're caretakers. Help them, support them. Like I said, it's the other half of the world. If they're okay, we're all okay. So congratulations on taking the first step and going down this great idea of becoming a successful female entrepreneur. Hey, if you're a man, welcome. We want you to be here too. The same applies to men. Don't get me wrong. There are no different rules for women and men. It's just very hard for women to become entrepreneurs because we don't have the support that men do. Remember, your passion, your determination, and your perseverance will drive your business forward. Stay focused. Never stop learning and believe in yourself. Sometimes believing in yourself is so hard. I want to tell you, there's nobody like you. You were brought to this earth with a plan, with a contribution. And many times our contributions have to do with how we become and undertake something. And entrepreneurship is not, it's not anything else than you undertaking something, creating a plan, and making it blossom. That is what it is. So I truly believe that you can do this. I truly believe you can become a successful entrepreneur. I want to help you. So thank you for joining today. The truth is that I have been undergoing a cold for the entire week. So I am so happy to be with you today, but overcoming my health issues. So sorry about that. But this is a topic that I did not want to wait for. I think that we need to start today, last day of January 2020. Make the decision. Say, I am going to be an entrepreneur. And what we discussed today, just start figuring out what your passion is. I want you to start thinking what you do well, what people say you do well. I also want you to make a list of your talents, your strengths, your abilities, also what you've learned to do. You know, what can you do? What are you, what are those experiences that you've had that have given you some knowledge in different things? I also want you to start thinking what makes you different. I also want you to think of what business do you want? Like, what need would you like to fulfill? What is this business idea that continues to revolve in your head that is saying, if somebody only did this, why can't that somebody be you? Right? Start thinking about, who am I? I represent a brand. I am a brand. You should do a SWOT analysis of you. Who are you? What are your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats? Do it first for you and then do it for your business idea. A business plan. When, how, when, who, with who, what, with what. Those are great ideas. Look for the Canvas business model and you'll find it. Just have fun. So join us very soon. Next Wednesday, I will give you the dates for the entrepreneurship training program so you can join us. It's going to be a few weeks, maybe 6 weeks long, but you will learn everything you need to learn in order to start your business in depth, really, really honing on the scope. Okay. So, or we can actually do it by an entire week, every day at a certain time. We'll figure out what's best for you. I'll do my research and I'll bring you the options. Okay. So thank you again for having us here in your laptop, your device, wherever you're watching us. I want to thank you. You could choose any session, but you chose this one. So I want to really thank you for your time and hoping that this that we've learned today, both of us have learned, we can actually put it to use in the world. I want to thank Mr. Piyush Pandey for creating such an amazing e-learning platform, IIU, or International Internship University, making sure that all of us can have access to quality education, that we can have access to the e-educator of the world, the best ones, and that we can have thousands of friends all over the world learning with us in this e-classroom. Thank you again, Mr. Piyush, for creating such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you all for being here today. Mujer Emprende Latina is an organization. You can find us online, and we do give education and business education, but we do it in Spanish for now, but very soon we will also be offering it in English. So take care. See you soon. See you next Wednesday. Ciao, ciao. Let me stop sharing. Here we go. So now I'll say it again. So thank you all for being here today. I am so excited to share with you. Thank you, Mr. Piyush for creating International Internship University. It makes me smile every time that I have an opportunity to share with you 195 countries all over the world, 5,000 or more e-educators, and thousands of e-learners that could be your friends in a global classroom. We go beyond the degree because we want to make sure that you feel comfortable to work in any aspect and feel that you have the capabilities to succeed in the 21st century workforce. So thank you again, Mr. Piyush. Thank you all for giving me your time. And I see you here next Wednesday at the same time.